Hey fam, it's your boy Darren Brown with Darmac Builders and Right Way Insurance, coming to you on a beautiful day here with video 3 on I Want to Build. So as I'm driving, I just thought about how I can give information out and things that I've been talking about for so long, is try to give you guys some kind of guide. Again, I love building. I'm a general contractor, award-winning building contractor. Been doing it over 20 some odd years. Before then, I was in the banking business. I am a numbers person. I understand numbers, which you should understand well if you're in the real estate game. You should understand financing. Even though if you're not even a mortgage broker or whatever, you should understand financing when it comes on to, have something concept of financial literacy. When it comes on to everything, understand what passive income is, how you can generate it, and all those good things. So, getting back to where I was at when it came onto the housing, we go back to video 1 and go back to video 2, and you dive into that. So when you talk about square foot on a home, most people just say a number because it sounds good. Just like people talking about how much something costs square foot. I don't know. I tell people I don't know. Give me your plans, and then I can decide on that. Now, anyways, now once you have looked at video 2, which you should have, you're going to have square footage on it. And so with the square footage that's going to give you your square footage. Now, it could be more than you thought, or it could be less than you thought, but it is what you thought, okay? Because you put everything on paper, what you want. We're not talking about the fine tuning of, I want this, niches here, I want this kind of windows, I want this kind of door, no, we're not talking about that. That's all, those are finished products. We're just talking about the building. Now, once you have established your floor plan and your elevations of how you want the house to look from the outside, because that's different. It could be, elevation is just what it is, right? You want contemporary, you want modern, you want whatever. So, but your floor plan is going to be your floor plan, okay? So with that being said, once you have all those documents as far as your blueprints and everything, then you come to a contractor, because you need to give those plans to the contractor for he or she to put a price on it. So it's very important too, and I find this on some plans, is when you're doing your floor plan, make sure you kind of got a concept as far as where you're going to have your furniture, what type of furniture you may have, where you're going to have your entertainment center, on what wall. Because unfortunately, I've seen people get a house and they're like, oh, I don't know where to put my TV. And that's true, because there's a window there or whatever is there. So you got to kind of think about those things when you're designing your home, especially your bedrooms. Okay, I want my bed to be facing this way, therefore I'm going to have my TV there, I'm going to have my wall TV there, I'm going to have my dresser here, I'm going to do whatever, okay? You don't want to get there and be like, man, I got to compromise that. Yeah, you got the house that you want, but from a functional standpoint, it doesn't work. So make sure when you look at the floor plan, you give it time to digest, you look at it, if you have a good architect, which I do always, they can put the furniture there, kind of, hey, this is how it's going to look, not just an open space for you, right? So those are the kind of things that you want to kind of look at and you want to address. Getting back to the architect, getting back to the contractor. So once I give you a price on it, then that price is going to be inclusive of everything, turnkey kind of. Of course, you're going to be able to pick your own colors, your towels, and stuff like that. So be just very careful on that too, because sometimes this is where it gets tricky. How deep your pockets are. You want to buy $1.99 towel, or you're going to buy $6, a square foot towel, and then you got to get somebody to install it. You got to get somebody to do all that and all that, blah blah blah. So you got to do, and then your landscaping can get out of hand. You want 1 tree, 2 trees, but you're going to have to do what the minimum code says, obviously, and sometimes that's not enough for a person. Okay, so you want to put more, so you got to have a budget for that. So there's a lot of things that come into play when you're building a house, and I just want you guys to kind of know that. Once you start, you try to get a scheduling going on the contractor do, at least I do. I try to order all my lead items, which is maybe my trusses, my windows, and things like that. That take some time. It's kind of crazy now. It's a different time now for that kind of stuff. But nevertheless, it's still there, right? You still got to do it. Okay. But yeah, if you're gonna do it yourself, here's the thing: I don't have no problem with a person who's gonna do an owner builder, because owner builder is gonna require you. Definitely, is gonna require you to be hands-on, trust your subcontractors. Hopefully, you got a relationship with vendors that you can get your supplies and materials. You have some knowledge of the construction. Understand you're gonna have your ups and downs with it, because even a seasonal contractor like myself, I still have things that I have to deal with. So yeah, I want you guys to kind of like know that one of the things you can do is, if you're going to hire a contractor, a general contractor, make sure it's something that person has done. I don't have a problem with giving a person an opportunity if that person has the right staff with him or her to make it happen. Somebody got to do that first job. Somebody got to do that second job. So but make sure that when you hire, there is a complete understanding as far as what is required, what is going to be needed, how you guys going to make the approach, how your payment schedule is going to work. Always ask for a draw schedule. When I do a project, I always give a draw schedule. And a draw schedule, so I won't get too far ahead of my skis where I'm so far into the job where it's costing me money now, and the owner doesn't want to be too far into the job where it's costing them money just in case that contractor leaves or whatever. So you got to kind of like have a happy medium there. Hey, when I get done with this is what I'm going to expect to get paid, and so forth. And you guys have that agreement way before you put the first shovel in the ground. Insurances are very important. Make sure that your general contractor has his general liability, and he has his workman comp, and it has we call it a COI, which is a certificate of insurance. And so make sure in that certificate holders box at the bottom left, it has your information on it as the certificate holder. So if I'm doing a job for John Doe, then in that John Doe asks for my insurance, then I go to my insurance company and say, hey, I need a certificate of insurance to John Doe's address, city and state, and it's at the left hand bottom. Okay. Make sure you check the person's. You want to make sure that the person, anybody can come and tell you, say, I'm licensed, if that's what you're dealing with. There's a lot of good people out there that does work, but if you're doing a house and you want to make sure that person's licensed, there's ways you can check it out with Department of Business Professional Regulations. You want to make sure you go there. DPPR, something like that. Yeah, I did say it right. I think I did. Okay, anyways, it doesn't matter. But yeah, you want to do that. And so once you have done all that, then you have to, cross your teeth, dot your I's, and then you go from there, okay? So just be very careful of people who's asking for too large of a deposit up front. That can scare you some off. I've been in this business for a while where I have seen people have getting taken tens of thousands of dollars, and in some cases more, and that becomes a problem for the industry itself. But there's ways that you can kind of like get around that. Okay, so if you have any questions, I'm gonna go back on another video. This one a little bit longer